And I want to talk to you about some of the plans we in West Kingstown have for our constituency. You know, I listened to, well, I did listen. Somebody listened to it and wrote it out, and I read what a lady they say is going to run against me said about West Kingstown. You know, my grandmother always tell me, if you ain't have nothing good to say about a woman, keep quiet. And I listened to her. But they say she want to run against me. And I will respectfully pull her up. Listen, people of Rose Place, we have put a proposal to you following our many meetings and discussions with you about lifting Rose Place as a model not just for St. Vincent, but for the Caribbean. We talk about cleaning up that place, acquiring the lands from Magic Clean back to the hospital and going back to Edinburgh by the 9 steps. And in that zone, we're creating a magnificent courtyard where people can have restaurants, where they can do arts and craft, where they can have cultural shows, where the children will have a place to play, where the sporting facility that's on the beach now will be incorporated into it. But on the first floor and higher, we will create a magnificent housing facility, because the people of Rose Place say their livelihood is there and they don't want to move. We will make it possible for them to live there in quality facilities. Those who are being moved from the beach would be given houses of a particular quality. Those who have land in the area, who don't want to sell the land, who want to keep that heritage, they can either be paid for the land and the property, or they can have a quality apartment in that building, world-class apartment in that building. But lo and behold, I heard this woman, I read what this woman said about Rose. You know what she wants to do in Rose Place? You won't believe this. She wants to build a sewage plant in Rose Place. She look at the people of Rose Place as being filth. Imagine that, in the heart of Kingstown. She wants to put a sewage plant. First of all, if the poor lady had asked me, I could tell her, we don't need a sewage plant in Kingstown. We have a very effective system that takes the thing out to sea. CWS just had to repair the line. But that is how that woman thinks of the people of Rose Place. In fact, that is how ULP thinks of the people of Rose Place. The New Democratic Party government will lift Rose Place to the highest possible standard. That is what we're going to do. Not denigrate you. Now, where in Rose Place can you put a sewage plant? You don't see what the woman intends to do? She doesn't care about the people. Could you imagine that? A sewage plant. Listen. I don't want to talk to you tonight about roads, because since the late John Horn left West Kingstown, there has been zero development of roads in West Kingstown. I tell you, we have a list of 30-something pieces of road needed to be done. We have prioritized them, and when the West Kingstown Manifesto comes out, you will be justly proud. Because we are not putting in our manifesto airy-fairy projects. We're selecting the projects that we can execute within the first five-year term of an NDP government. That is what we're about. And I give you one bit of assurance. Every piece of road that is critical for your livelihood and development would be included in that. And wherever Dr. Friday chooses to put me, in whatever ministry, your business in West Kingstown will be looked after with a hawk's eye. I tell you this, you don't ever have to worry about that.